podcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the weekly Daily GizWiz is provided by the new Winamp for Android, featuring wireless sync and one-click iTunes import. Now with free daily music downloads and full-length CD listening parties. Download it for free at winamp.com/Android. Video bandwidth for the weekly Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. It's time for the weekly Daily GizWiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1354, recorded February 25th, 2012. The weekly Daily GizWiz is brought to you by Netflix. Just $7.99 a month for unlimited streaming movies and TV shows. Try it free at netflix.com/twit. And now, get ready for Dick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cast your eyes to the center ring, where Dickie D is about to perform stunts of daring do.
D-A-I-L. The weekly Daily GizWiz. The weekly Daily GizWiz. The weekly Daily GizWiz.
It makes its own gravy. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for the... I'm sorry, the sign just won't stay up. It's like my life. The weekly Daily GizWiz show. There we go. A little scotch tape, and it's perfect.
Wow.
Hello,
You think
Ricardo.
it's production at the Oscars.
Yeah, they wish they had something this good. Are you a fan? I bet you are. I love the Academy Awards. I just live for it.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's killing
I
me
like Billy
because
Crystal, too.
yeah, it's gonna be great. This year we're gonna I'm gonna be on a plane tomorrow night, flying to Seattle to give a speech on Monday, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'll have to. Can I borrow? Do you have a VCR I could borrow so I can record the show?
Oh, yeah. Go to the warehouse and get you one. There should be a way to record TV shows.
I wish,
you would think.
You know,
In this day and
it's
age.
so frustrating. I have to. If you miss it, you snooze, you lose. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. Well,
No.
wait a minute. What airlines? Some airlines have
No,
dish TV.
I'm gonna be on United. I don't think they have TV in the plane. Wouldn't that be nice if I were going Virgin America, or I'd be able to watch it? But I don't think this plane. Maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get in. You know what's going to be hard if I record it, and I probably will TiVo it. But if I get it's really impossible not to hear. You know, just shut yourself off. You can't look at Twitter. You can't look at Facebook. You can't go on the internet at all, really. You can't listen to the radio or watch TV. To go 24 hours, because I'll be able to watch Monday night, but to go 24 hours and not get any spoilers, I think is next to impossible.
Well, does it mean quite that much to you?
Oh, Dick, it does. I've bet $5 on the Oscar pool.
Oh, well then, okay. Okay. I didn't realize you gambled so recklessly.
Well, we don't like to call it gambling in case the feds are listening, but I have here my ballot. What now? Have you seen all the best pictures? The Artist, The Descendant.
I saw The Artist. Saw what was second?
Descendants, the George Clooney movie where he's in Hawaii.
Didn't see that.
Extremely loud and incredibly close about the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
The Help.
Nah. No.
Hugo.
Yes.
Good movie. Midnight in Paris, a Woody Allen flick.
Yes.
Moneyball with Brad Pitt.
No.
Terrence Malick's The Tree of Life.
God, no. I guess I only saw 3 so far.
Well, you know, there's about 40, so it's not. War Horse. Did you see War Horse?
I did not.
Yeah. That was a Broadway play. I'm dying to see the play.
Yeah.
You know, they
I
told
think
us
it's going to be too sad.
Yeah. It's about a horse, I'm thinking. Is that
Could
right?
be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? That's why I didn't want to go, because the title gave it away.
Yeah. So
there's no surprise.
When I was on Live with Kelly the other day, I was talking to Marianne Sable, who's my producer, wonderful lady. I think you know her. And
yes, I do.
And she said that they had War Horse, I guess, on Broadway. You know, in the movie, it's an actual horse. On Broadway, it's two guys in a suit. But apparently very good. You know, it's very believable. And they had, sometimes they'll do that with a Broadway show. They'll have a little excerpt of the show on the stage. So they had the two guys in the suit do the warhorse thing on stage, and they got a call right after the show from the ASPCA saying, "Did you have a representative of the Humane Society on set when you had that horse on?" And she said, "It wasn't a horse; it was two guys in a suit." And they said, "Oh, never mind. You can be as cruel as you want." So I think we need American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Humans. I'm just thinking. Isn't that weird that they were worried, the Humane Society, they wanted to say, well, you got an animal on the stage, you got to have the Humane Society. But it's humans, oh, forget it. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I don't know if I want to see a play with guys in a horse suit, but I hear it's very realistic.
No, I have people who have seen it said that it's very, very effective. Yeah. With the lighting and that after 3 minutes, you're just into the play.
Yeah.
And you're very effective.
So I'm thinking, I've seen a number of these, but I haven't seen a few of them. I'm thinking The Artist will win the Best Picture.
I like that a lot, but I also loved Hugo.
Hugo might win. Yeah. I don't think a 3D movie has ever won Best Picture. Avatar didn't win, did it? No.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. And, well, of course, how long has it been since a silent black and white film won Best Picture, come to think of it?
50 years?
Yeah, I mean, forget the 3D. I mean, I'm saying that a black and white silent movie's going to win.
Yeah. Now, no one's done a 3D black and white movie, so there's a niche market for us.
There's a niche. I'm thinking you're right. I don't think maybe The Tree of Life only because it's one of those prestige films the Academy likes. But I think you might be right. I'm gonna go on my ballot. I went for The Artist. And
are you a voter? Oh, you're not to the Academy.
Yeah.
You mean
when the Academy asked me, and then they threw it out. I understand. I gave them $5. No, this is our pool here at work. And then for Best Director, I believe Terrence Malick is going to win, but I don't know. Maybe Martin Scorsese for Hugo. Huh? You really like that, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
I did because I didn't, I thought it was like a kid's movie, and I didn't realize it was about old movies.
It is.
And I didn't realize they had all that amazing footage from the 1900s.
Right. That
this guy was like a genius. This guy was like the Leo Laporte of his time.
Well, in that case, I'm voting for him because that's good. Anyway, It's going to be it'll be fun. So are you going to have a party or you watch alone? I mean, what do? Do you have an event?
I'm going to have like 2 or 3 people in, not a great big party.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Do you have I never have asked you. Do you have a big screen TV?
I have a big screen TV for my apartment. I have a 37-inch TV, and my living room is 5 by 6 feet, so it looks enormous.
You're all huddled around the TV, but the good thing is you don't need a heater because you just rub your hands and hold them up to the TV.
Or a sun lamp. It warms you and tans you at the same time. I just watched Miami Vice, and I have a great tan.
Oh man. You and Sonny. So this is temporary, but we had it last week too. I really have been enjoying this. We're going to send it back though, the Samsung D8000. This is a 46-inch, but I have to say because of the thin bezel, this is the TV we have in the studio. You're on it right now. Because of the thin bezel, 46 inches feels like 47. I mean, it really feels bigger, a little bit bigger.
No, it's beautiful.
I love it. It's a nice TV, and you look fantastic on it, and it goes so well with the sign.
Don't accidentally send the sign back because it almost looks like it came with it.
It's part of the TV. Well, you know what's
it does.
Is a little Samsung logos under there. Whoops.
There was a Samsung logo. Well, I guess you won't be sending it back at all. Maybe just damage it.
It should be a little higher. There, like
there
that.
You go. There you go.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. So, gadget number 1, Mr. D.
Well, the theme of the show is...
that's right. What's the theme?
It's okay. It is Nightcast to Remember because it's all about boats.
The Titanic?
And it's bound to be a disaster. Okay.
You were in Miami for the boat show.
At the boat show. So it's all boat themes. Now, I know when you retire, we're talking months from now,
yes,
you want a trawler.
I do. I would love to putt around the world. These trawlers are slow, about 7 or 8 knots, but because of it, they get great gas mileage, and they have giant tanks, so you can literally go transoceanic in these things.
Yes, you can. But a trawler is like a me boat. Look at me. The trawler's for me. So I found
What do you want, a U-boat?
No, we're done with the U-boats. No, I found a boat that you can share with the staff.
Oh.
And first of all, I said, this is a boat for Leo. And then I looked at the company that built it, Premier.
Oh,
okay?
That's the name of my radio network.
The name, you're right. A different company, but Premier. And then I said to the guy, this is a very interesting boat. What's the model? And he said, we call this boat the Great Entertainer.
Oh, it's made for me, Dick.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you something. Is this an in-the-water boat show?
It's 2 different parts of the show, and part of it is in water.
Okay.
And that's where I found the Great Entertainer, and then you can watch the video now, and then I can tell you a little more about it.
Let's take a look. Here he is, Dickie D, the Great Entertainer.
Dick DeBartolo, Mads Mattis Writer, and the GizWiz. We're here at the Miami International Boat Show, and we're at the water section of the show. And you know what? A big part of the boating industry are party boats.
Is that it? Oh, I want that.
Or pontoon boats.
Look at
but
that.
This is the most elegant one I've ever seen. It's also probably one of the fastest boats I've ever seen because it has twin 300 horsepower Suzuki engines. They're 4-stroke engines, which means they're very quiet. But also what's unique is this guy is standing at a bar, okay? So it has a barbecue. It has 4 or 5 bar seats. Over there, you see that cushion? Well, that's not only a lounge, but that lifts up. Curtains drop down, and it becomes a changing room, and there's a little head aboard. This boat, the guy tells me, goes about 50 to 52 miles an hour.
Oh, jeez!
And it's on sale now. It's from Premier, and it's about $100,000.
Well, that's nothing.
So this is sort of the ultimate party boat, and I'm just going to walk a little bit up front and show you the rest of it. And seats up front, we have couches.
I
we
do
have
want
tables.
this, Dick, and I could sail around the world in this.
Drink holders.
Look at that.
There's the steering station down under there, and that's the front of the party boat. So it's from Premier, and it's called the Grand Entertainer. Yeah, that was Leo Laporte's nickname at one time. The Grand Entertainer.
I love that.
Dick DeBartolo, Mads Mattis Writer, and the GizWiz at the Miami International Boat Show.
So when it's going 50 miles plus...
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, the GizWiz and Mad Magazine's Maddest Writer.
Stop. Sorry. I don't know why. It's segued. I guess it's the new YouTube...
Maddest Writer.
Stop! I'm talking to you! Thank you. Sorry. I think the new YouTube just keeps going. It's just like it keeps going. It's like keeps playing. That's cool. So when it's going 50 miles an hour, though, does it plane? Does it kind of tilt up?
Yes, it comes up slightly because it's a pontoon boat, so you're not going out in the ocean in this. And it's unique in as much as it's really a tri-tune because it has a third pontoon down the center, which makes it turn tighter than other pontoon boats can. And what's unique is they build it either in an 8'6" beam, or the one that we saw in that video is the 10-foot beam. So since they can attach the pontoon separately, they can give you one of those 2 widths.
That's really neat. I mean, it looked like it had speakers all around it. So you
a really nice Alpine stereo, 6 built-in
speakers. It's probably
speakers.
intended for lake
It is.
Right?
It's a lake boat, a party boat. I mean, crazily, the Coast Guard approved the 26-foot version for 16 people. You'd never want to take out that many.
Right.
And the 29-foot version, which again is what we saw in the video, is approved for 18 people.
I think it's we'd have to leave 2 people off if we took the company, because there's 20 people here. So I'm sorry, John and Liz, you can't go. But the rest of them would love this. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, and down at, you know what, you could just dock it at the turning basin.
We got a river. We could work on the river too, anywhere kind of still water.
Oh, yeah. No, it's perfect for the river because it's calm there and very shallow beam. So you could go exploring in this thing.
Wow. That's
$100,000
really cool.
for a boat. You can knock that down a lot if you just get a single engine.
Well, yeah.
So
Who needs to? You don't really want to go 54 miles an hour.
No,
in
you
that.
don't.
That's crazy.
You don't.
You want to go. You want to very slowly go down the river in that.
Right. And then everybody chips in. You don't tell them how much the other people are chipping in. Leo, you could pay for this boat in no time.
I could charge, $50 a ride and take people up and down. And according to my calculations, in 47 years, it'd be paid for.
Yeah. And charge them another $20 to go between the brick house and the dock on the solo wheel.
There you go.
So you get that in.
No, I like that. I guess, is that a big market? I mean, I know when you go up, when you go up to the lake, you see a lot of people in houseboats and other kind of square pontoon style boats. So I guess that's probably pretty common.
Yeah, party boats are big on lakes.
Yeah.
And we tested them originally years ago at Powerboat, and we stopped doing it because Powerboat was really a performance magazine. But what's good about this is you can save gas by just driving out to the middle of the lake, shutting the engine, dropping the anchor. And then
no one
make
can
a
get
whole
off.
Meal. Yeah.
Right. You charge $50 a drink. Popcorn is $28. And you can't get off for 5 hours. If you want to use the head, that's another $50, and you pay for it like
Tip
that.
jar on. That's why I like the bar.
Absolutely.
It would be tacky if you didn't have a bar and you had a tip jar out.
Right.
But you put a bar in.
I will bring my ukulele. We can have a little sing-along.
Henry's music. Oh, my. This is.
Now, I noticed it has a head, right? It has a head on the boat.
It has
Where
a head
would that be?
Much as, one of those, the cushions that you lay on stands up.
Not exactly
a rod
private.
Right. No, not well. Well, then a rod pops up at the top. So now this is 6.5 feet wide.
Yeah.
And then a rod pops up that's like a shower curtain, except you don't see through it. It's a canvas.
So you got to go. You're in the middle of the lake.
Yes.
There's 16 people on this boat. You say, "Excuse me, could you get up?" You're sitting on the head. And they get up and they move over.
That's
you
why you
fold
don't.
up.
See, that's why I said you don't take 16 pictures.
You fold up the seat. You say, "Excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom." You close the shower. They know what you're doing in there.
No, they don't. That's why you have the Alpine stereo system with 6 speakers.
It's not exactly private, I guess. Is
you
what I'm saying.
crank it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, everybody. No. So you can at least use it. Okay.
Yeah. No, but that's cool. I like that, and it does look like it'd be a lot of fun. And I think I can make money going up and down the river because I think that this would be. And I think if it's a boat, you don't have to have a liquor license because you're in international waters in the middle of the river, and you could just do whatever you want. Is that right? Well,
I can marry, you know what?
I can marry
it's
people
3 miles offshore. You can do anything you want, but those rivers up there are very lonely once you get out of the turning basin. So probably 30 feet offshore, you could do pretty much anything.
Yeah, there's nobody out there. That's cool. That is really neat. I didn't even think of that as a category. And while it does sound like a lot, $100,000, you can get it for less with, as you said, fewer engines. And boats are expensive.
Well, you should have at least one.
Yeah, I mean, that's
right.
not hugely expensive for a boat.
No. And they're at pontoons.com.
Pontoons.com.
.com.
All right, that was our first. Are all the gadgets today going to be from?
Yes. The
boat
second
show?
one is interesting. It's not necessary, and I'll tell you why it was at the boat show. It is from Heart Sign Technology, and it is this can go into our gadgets with long names. Oh, Leo, by the way, I went to the in-water boat show, and did not have my camcorder with me.
Yeah.
So that video was the Droid 4.
Oh, looks good. Yeah, it's
and
good.
the microphone in the Droid 4.
Sounds better than most of the videos you make.
I thought it was really good, too.
Yeah,
So
that was impressive.
Oh, you know what, Lee? I'll tell you what. Also, go to SmugMug. Let's see. How does SmugMug work? It's the GizWiz.
.smugmug.com.
SmugMug, right.
Yeah.
There's another boat. You will love it, but you don't want to buy it. Hackercraft.
Hackercraft?
Hacker, Hacker, Hackercraft. And I put some pictures on SmugMug.
Well, here's the party boat. And is that it?
No, go down a little further,
but I'm just looking at the party boat.
The party boat's pretty neat. There's some more shots of the party boat.
Here's the Hackercraft. Oh, is this mahogany?
This is all mahogany.
Oh, see, I remember the good old days. These boats, I remember them very, very well. These, they looked almost like cigarette boats. They were power boats. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So this harkens back to an earlier time.
Yeah. 23 coats of varnish.
Good.
Wildly expensive. I'll show you a mahogany steering wheel. The guy told me that the gauges are almost the way they were when they started in the 1900s, and they don't put any doodads on. Every gauge
There's no doodads.
has a specific perfect.
That's a doodad-free boat. There's nothing there.
Yes, exactly. And then the next thing is the price. And by the way, the guy at Hacker told me they are building a special Hacker boat for the Neiman Marcus catalog. You know, every year the Neiman Marcus catalog has one incredible gift.
Yes.
Well,
is this going to be it, the Hacker?
No, they're building a 21-foot. This is the 30-foot Hackercraft, which is $289,175.
And by the way,
get 3
that is
pontoon.
that includes only delivery to Silver Bay, New York. If you want anywhere else, it's going to cost you.
Yeah, you're going to have to buy a pontoon boat to put it on. And
wow, there's no fiber. There's no fiberglass in there.
No.
Wow.
All mahogany, fiberglass free.
These are the classic boats you'd see around lakes. I love these boats. They're just beautiful. In this day and age, they may not be the most practical, right? I mean,
you know, if you are very wealthy, which you would be to buy this, you would have a boathouse, and there's a good chance you would have a boathouse with a lift.
Right.
So you run it around, you impress the people, you drive it in the boathouse, you lift it up out of the water, cover it, and it stays
You'd
pristine.
want to do that.
This is not for the 79th Street boat basin on the Hudson River.
Right. This is for this is if you have the summer home in Maine is on an island, and you've got to get from the pier to the island, you'd use this runabout.
You know, I thought it would be, the only reason I suggested it is it'd be a nice change for your mom, because I think the 1 month of Netflix is running out because she gave it to her for Christmas.
It is. She's been saying.
And she's near the water,
says,
right?
Darling, what are you going to get me instead of the Netflix? A little Hacker would be okay. I didn't know. I thought she meant Kevin Mitnick. Now that I know she meant this, that's a little more pricey.
A little out of mom class gift.
Honey, if it didn't have any fiberglass, I wouldn't be unhappy. A little mahogany, please. It's beautiful, though. It really is gorgeous. This reminds me of the 30s or the 20s. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
It did. Hacker started like in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing stuff.
It looks it. Beautiful boat. Well, see, you can admire it from a distance and just, there it is.
All right. So our second gadget fits in with our a few weeks ago or months ago, we did gadgets with a long name.
Yeah.
So this is the Heart Sign Samaritan Pad Public Access Defibrillator with adult and pediatric pad packs.
Actually, this may have a long name, but this is a serious gadget.
No, this is good. And I said to the guy, now, why are you at the boat show? And he said, well, first of all, these are great aboard larger yachts. He said, also, we have the only waterproof defibrillator.
And when you see the price of some of these boats, you might need a defibrillator.
That's right. They should have that standing by.
Yeah, absolutely. You should always be there, ready, just in case.
Yeah. So I said, I know now you see them in more and more, like the health club has one. I said, do people have training? And he said, the object of the public defibrillators is that you should be able to use one without any training. So he did a little demo, short of shocking me. So when you open it up and hit the start button, a voice tells you calmly to start by calling 911 and then to follow the lights as you go along. You take out the 2 pads that you need. And what's interesting is you put them on the person's chest and it does a little quick examination to see if shocking the person is needed or if the person just needs CPR. So you put them on, the device tells you that we're checking this person. Hold on, we're checking this person. And then it'll say, okay, this person just needs CPR. And then it talks you through the CPR. If it needs the shock, a warning light comes on to tell you when other people should be standing back. And then it applies the shock. It'll check the person again to see if they need a second shot. It's pretty incredible.
Now,
and
it says it's not available in the U.S.
You know what, Leo? I think you're looking at the wrong...
That's the personal defibrillation unit, PDU 400. You have something else.
Yes, I have let me go back to the beginning of it again, Heart Sign Samaritan. Let me get just their website. Are you at heartsign.samaritan.com?
HeartSign.com. Yep.
Samaritan. Go to heartsign.samaritan.com. I think that's where this...
Well, more letters. Okay.
More letters.
Samaritan.com. See, I think everybody knows how to spell Samaritan, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
All right. Here it is. And say life-saving technologies at your face. Is this it?
There it is.
Ah, the Samaritan Pad 300p.
There you go.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, right.
Now was it like $1,300, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. However, at Sears, strangely enough, I did a web search and it came up at Sears at $11.95.
Oh, there you go.
Again, if you are going to be away from where a doctor is, especially if you do have a large boat and you take a lot of
people out. That's a good idea. Well, I'm going to, I'll be in the middle of nowhere and on the ocean. So this is a good idea. We should probably have one of these for the office.
Well, is there anybody there that you really need that much? It's $1,300.
No, it's not worth it.
See, that's what I mean. Yeah. That's why I didn't suggest.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's cool.
Anyway,
and this is available in the U.S. You're allowed to buy this because you couldn't really kill anybody with it.
Well, you should actually follow I wouldn't run around and
say, shock people. You're looking poorly. Let me shock you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the battery pack's kind of interesting. The battery pack, I think the guy said every 4 years you'd replace the battery pack. So that's a pretty good shelf life for an emergency gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's a few gadgets from the boat show. We're going to do a Turn the Table Turkey in just a bit. We've got a Warehouse Friday. Would you want to do this Get a Grip now, or what is the...
Yeah, that's the third gadget.
I thought we've already done 3. No, that was a bonus gadget.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. The hacker thing wasn't one of the...
you didn't want to do a $289,000 boat as your gadget? Can't understand.
No, I didn't.
Can't understand why not.
I didn't want to tempt you.
Yeah.
So it's a short video, and sneakers are not very interesting, but these are. So you can run the other video from Miami Boat Show. Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Mad Magazine's Maddest Try to End the GizWiz. We're doing another spot from the Miami International Boat Show because there was so much good stuff here. I ran into Danielle with Teva, their sneakers, and she said they're pretty much skid-proof. And I said, well, you know what, Danielle, I never go anywhere unless I carry a quart of pure Wesson oil. How about I spread it on the floor and you walk on it? Well, Danielle's very game. And here she is. Not only is it the floor, it's a ramp, and she is walking down it. Pretty good. Can you walk up it?
I can walk up, sure.
Wow. She's not slipping at all.
And I'm going to ask Dennis to walk in a minute, and we're going to. I hear like sort of a clicking sound as you walk.
You do. Here, let me show you.
Are there suction cups?
So on the bottom of the shoe, there is
Mini.
all kinds of slice marks. And as I step and put pressure on the shoe, those open and grip the surface.
Wow.
So it really is a great technology. It's called J-Step.
Wow. And how much would a pair of these cost?
They would retail at $90.
And they're available at?
They're available at West Marine and also at Teva.com.
Now, I noticed you had the back folded down. Oh, is it like a convertible shoe?
Yes, what I love about this is I can just slide it on, I can fold that down.
That's
it's designed
great. I love
to
that.
withstand abrasion here, so you can do that. And another cool feature about this shoe is it's treated with ion mask, which is this really neat liquid repellent nano coating that adheres to all the microscopic fibers of the shoe, so it'll still breathe. And again, water, any kind of liquid will not adhere to this fabric. So it's a really cool technology for $90.
Amazing. I'm going to get these because I'm not the best housekeeper, and my kitchen's just covered with oil, so I can walk around these and not slip and fall down. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Mattis writer, and the GizWiz at the Miami International Boat Show.
Is that a professional announcer kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. All the networks.
That's how they
You're
end
not
there.
familiar with network television.
No, but you do ABC, I know, every month, and I guess...
Yeah. No, so that's the control room knows that it's the end of the spot.
It's over. You know what else it means? Time for Netflix.
Yes.
By the way,
They came back?
I just want to say, I have said that name of that company, Teva, as Teva for my whole life. It's Teva.
Teva.
I had no idea. Teva. So for those of you who think Teva, because they make great sandals. I love the sandals. There you go.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, the show brought to you today by our good friends at Netflix.com. Streaming movies, $7.99 a month. What a great deal. And I tell you, so many great... Look, there's Office Space. What a classic. That was such a great movie. Bill Murray in Stripes. Airplane. Forget Warhorse. That movie Secretariat, that was wonderful. That came out last year, and I just loved that movie. Portlandia, The Office, great TV shows, comedy. Mad Men's coming back March 25th. If you haven't caught up on the first 4 seasons, they're all right here, and you can watch them anytime on your computer, on your iPad, on your iPhone, your Android phone. Netflix apps on pretty much everything, including your Xbox 360 and your PlayStation 3 and your Nintendo Wii. So it means it's very easy to watch movies. I love it on my iPhone and my iPad. It's just, anytime I've got or my Android phone. In fact, it looks great on the Galaxy Note, my 5.3-inch screen. Netflix.com/twit. Give it a try today. And if you're already a Netflix, this was a good movie, Morning Glory. Talk about network television. That was Rachel McAdams and Harrison Ford. It was so good. I loved that movie. The Big Lebowski, Louis C.K., Netflix.com/twit. If you're already a member, just tell your friends. Help us out. Let them know. And give it a try today. We thank them for their support of the weekly Daily GizWiz show. And now I think it's time for me to do a little something. Is that right, Dan?
Whoa.
Oh, you better introduce me then.
I will. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Mattis writer, and the GizWiz. I know you wade through the other gadgets to get to this spot so that you can just say, we knew it would be awful. But it may be different today because it's Leo Laporte's Turn the Table Turkey.
Leo looks under his desk to find some crap to share. Dick says, put this fork.
Hello, Dickie D!
Turn the tables to
Look what I found under my desk. Actually, I want to thank Jennifer for bringing this in. Jennifer and Paul are visiting. They've been here before. Jennifer works for a company called Monster. You know about Monster, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
They make those cables and stuff. But, I think Monster's smart because they've started to diversify the product line because, frankly,
yes, they have.
Nowadays with cables, the digital cables, people are not spending as much money as they used to. So this is something that competes with the Jawbone Jambox. And you showed me the Jambox, and I fell in love with it. I carry it with me everywhere I go. This is half the price and twice the sound. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
You could sell them that as a slogan.
I should, really. It is from Monster. It's called the Clarity HD Precision Micro Bluetooth Speaker 100. So it's here in a pouch. So much like the Jawbone Jambox, it is a battery-powered standalone speaker system that uses Bluetooth. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is turn it on and pair it up with my phone so I can play some music through it. It also has a microphone, a noise-canceling microphone, so you can use it as a Bluetooth headset, put it on your desk and do conference calls. It charges via USB. It has a mini USB plug in the back, and you charge it. It also has an audio-in jack, which means you could use it as a speaker system for something that didn't have Bluetooth, like an iPod, for instance. But let me pair it up and give you an idea. I think the sound quality is quite good. I use my Jawbone Jambox when I travel around, you know, and in a hotel room, I want to listen. So what I'll do is I'll start. Usually, I use it for audiobooks. I'll start an audiobook. And then as I walk around the room, I'll just carry the speakers with me, unpacking or taking a bath or whatever, and that's pretty cool. So it's paired via Bluetooth. We paired it ahead of time actually, let me make sure it's still paired because I did turn the phone off. Paired via Bluetooth to the phone. Yeah, let's just connect it up to the phone. It identifies itself as Monster Clarity. Now, what's cool is I shopped around. The list price is $120 from Monster, but Amazon has it for $70. Remember, the Jawbone Jambox is more like $180. So this is a significant reduction. Let me just play a little music, and you can hear what it sounds like. Whoops, that's coming out of the phone. So let me. Is it off? Did I turn it on? Oh, I forgot to turn it on. So there's an on-off switch on the back, and then there's another one. Thank you. Jennifer's showing me how to use it. And I got it. And now it's blue. All right. Now I'm going to so you're hearing this phone. By the way, my Galaxy Note is a very loud phone. But you can hear it's kind of tinny. Watch when I pair it up with the Monster Clarity how much better it sounds. So it's connecting up here. And it's small. One of the things that the Monster's touting is how loud it can get. It does sound a lot better. And let me turn it up.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
So that's all the way up. And if you put it on the table, it actually gets more bass response out of it. That's filling the room. I don't know if you can tell, but that sounds pretty good, and it's pretty darn loud. In fact, I'm going to turn it down right now. But this is great for a hotel room. If the phone rings, by the way, in fact, let me try this. I'm going to call you.
Okay.
And I'll show you how it works with the phone. I called you before the show, and you said the sound quality was pretty good. Let's do it again, and we'll see. So, of course, it stopped the music, and it's going to dial your phone number. You can hear it going through my microphone a little bit.
Hello.
Hello. Let's put you on the headset here, and there we go. Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not connected to media audio. There we go.
Are you there?
Shh. I'm trying to call Dick DeBartolo.
He's not in now.
Yeah, just quiet for a second. I don't know what's going on. It's magic. Dick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I know what's
Can you
wrong.
hear me?
I got to turn Dick's mic off. All right, now talk to me.
There you go. Now I can turn back. So yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And you
okay?
and you can hear me, right? Well, wait a minute. Let me turn off my mic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's coming. That's coming through the Monster. Yeah.
Is this Leo's mother?
Hello, Dick.
Oh, that is Leo's mother.
How are you, Dick? So really, you would use this. You could use this for. In fact, we probably will as we use the Jambox as a for a conference call. So you put this in the middle of the table, like one of those Polycom units. It's got a microphone on it, noise cancellation, and the sound quality is pretty good. So you say this works all right, huh?
It sounds fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say his voice sounds very good. All right, well let me end the call here. So a couple of advantages. Oh my God, Doesn't really sound like Lady Gaga. Oh, by the way, did you see what I just did? You see what I did there?
What?
It's got controls on it, so you can push the next. It's got next and previous audio control.
Oh, nice! So you can control your phone.
You control the songs. I can skip to the next song. Isn't that cool?
Wow! Yeah.
That's something that the Jambox doesn't have. Let's dance. All right, everybody now.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
This is pretty good. We got a party in my pants.
I'm not falling for that again.
I love Skrillex. A little dubstep here. This is the Clarity HD. Oh, that sounds good. And when you put it on you get more bass because I guess it's got a downward firing subwoofer, so you get more bass when you put it on a table or a box. But it's kind of like what we've talked about before with those other ones.
Yeah.
Listen to that
Monster
drop.
Clarion.
Yeah. It's pretty good bass. So, yeah, there it is. That's the Monster Clarity HD.
Oh, Clarity.
Clarity.
Right.
And it is $120 list price, Bluetooth 2.0. It's got a built-in mic with noise cancellation. They say two 35-millimeter full-range drivers. Monster's passive radiator subwoofer. That's what's vibrating the desk. So if you put it on something that can vibrate like a box or a desk, you're going to get even better bass. And they say it'll go 5 hours of nonstop playing on the lithium-ion rechargeable in there. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
And people should realize, I'm looking at the chat room, there seems to be a cheaper model that's just the iClarity.
That's right.
The one we're doing is the iClarity HD.
The iClarity doesn't have the music controls on it. So and that one's even less expensive. But, I like this category. In fact, I fell in love with the Jambox, as you know, because I could carry it around to the hotel and listen to music. Actually, I'd listen to books on tape. It's really great for that. So I'd listen to audiobooks. And then I don't have to put on headphones or listen on the speaker on the phone while I'm taking a bath or even while I'm going to sleep. It's really nice. This is half the size and half the price, about $80 on Amazon.com. But yes, you're right. It's the Clarity HD. Look for the one in black for that. You could, I guess, you could put that on the dashboard of your car. It's small enough. It's got little rubber footies. So the truth is that you could use this. I could put that right on the dashboard there, and that would become my Bluetooth if your car didn't have Bluetooth. Thank you, Jennifer. That's very nice of you. She dropped by and
Myra just gave me the iPhone 5, but I'll do it next week.
Oh, shut up. I thought you said she had the iPad 3.
She does.
And the iPhone 5. Wow.
Yeah.
She really gets around.
She always brings something.
Always something.
Always something.
Yeah. No, so I was going to do something else. I had that piece of wood, and I was ready. But
no, you can have the 2x4 next week.
I'll save that for next week.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jennifer and Paul who brought by the Monster Clarity HD. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to ask you to keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, because we're about to take a tiny little trip down the risky river, across the boulevard, through the trees and over the river, and through the woods to Dickie's warehouse we go, because it's time for another visit to Dick's Gadget Where-Hooey.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play. In Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Dickie D has gone to the Gadget Warehouse to pick out some gadget that's old and in the way, and he's going to demonstrate it for us now. Hello, Ricardo.
Hi, Leo. How you doing?
I'm good.
How's that GPS working that gets you to the warehouse every time? Seems to take a strange route, though.
Well, as long as you get there in the long run, that's all that really matters, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's good.
The journey, I say, is the reward.
Okay.
And that's exactly how my GPS feels. Yes.
We're going back about 11 years when I met a Marine officer in Florida called Dan Williams. And he had an interesting point that if you're in a sinking, people know to grab a life preserver or jump overboard, but that's all they usually take with them. And he said, in an emergency, you're probably not going to run around and say, oh, I should really have a whistle. I should have flares. I should have a line. I should have a mirror. Anyway.
I got it all that right here in my hip flask.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Whoa. That knife you have has really look at a flare gun. That's amazing. So he came up with the Stay Alive life jacket.
Stay alive.
Staying alive. Yeah, exactly. If you, actually, I put a picture of it up on my website. But however, if you go to stayaliveinc.com, for some reason it goes to a website in Japanese that I cannot understand. So it looks like it did not quite make it after 11 years.
But they own it. They own it. Stay Alive Inc., ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think that's what that says.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they're selling to the Japanese trawler market now. I'm not quite sure.
Let me just click the red button and see what happens.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, you have Amazon Prime. Does that include overnight shipping from Japan?
I think that's what that says. No, it looks like I get free wasabi with every purchase.
Oh,
okay. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Oh, okay.
So what was it?
All right, well, go to my website.
Right.
So what? Basically, it's right at the top page now. I just put it up. So it was a life jacket that has 2 pockets in the front that has every kind of emergency gear that you need. It has a collapsible bailer. It has line, a signal mirror, flares.
But you got to remember not to get it wet.
No, well, you could. It's kind of waterproof while you're wearing it, and most of the stuff in there is the flashlight is waterproof. The problem is, I think they were maybe handmade or something, but they were like $150 to $180. So obviously you didn't need one for everybody, because if you jumped in, you only need one flare to attract attention for everybody who's in the water.
I would buy this. I don't think it was the price. I think it was the fact that you would sink if you were wearing this that really became the problem.
I think they did test it.
They tested it in water?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did. Or Wesson oil, one or the other.
It's a no-skid life vest. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So the Stay Alive life jacket was a good idea, and it looks like it has not made it through the past.
That's too bad. I think it is a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
Now, I want to tell everybody, as long as you're here at GizWiz.Biz, you might want to click this link. What the heck is it? Because this is, I think, it. This is the last chance, right? You got like 4 more days.
It ends February 29th, leap year. Oh, my word.
Yeah. So that's Wednesday, something like that. Yeah.
So it is Wednesday.
Yeah. So here, you got till Wednesday to tell us what that is. If you get it right, you have a chance of winning an autographed copy of Mad Magazine. There's 12 of them for the right answer. If you get it wrong, you're actually doubling your chances to win. 24 answers for the 24 Mads for the cute, silly answers. All autographed by Dickie D.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and I did put a link to my eBay page on my website.
Finally.
Yeah. It's myworld.ebay.com/madsmaddest. And I have this week, I have, it's right at the top of the page. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Very rare Alfred E. Newman memo pad autographed by you. Well, that kind of takes the fun out of it. It's pre-written memos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what it was years ago, 25 years ago, when Gaines was alive, there was a publishers meeting, usually in Florida, where publishers met the top 100 wholesalers of the magazine. And Bill never wanted to go, and he said, oh, you go. And like Playboy would give away, like a watch to every wholesaler, and people would give away jewelry and clocks. And so the object was, since we had no money, to make up a piece of crap that people would really want. And one year it was the Alfred E. Newman memo pad. And the joke is that Alfred E. Newman's memo pad, it's written so big that there's just a tiny bit of room in the corner for a memo. And it's printed that way all the way through.
All the way
So
through. It's not just the first page. Every
no,
page.
every page is just printed with it.
That's pretty funny.
And we
actually.
only made like 150 of them. We gave 100 away, and people in the office took a few. So they're quite rare.
That is pretty spectacular, especially since you're starting at $1.37 for your bid.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did you get that number?
I wanted to start at $1.53, and I thought that's too high.
Yeah.
So, well, I based it on Gaines, who used to sell Mad pictures. Those Alfred E. Newman pictures. Like one was 97 cents and two was $1.49. And one day I said, Bill, that's so funny that you make up those things. And he goes, do you think they're made up figures? And I go, they're not? And he goes, no, I want to make 35% on each figure. So I take the printing bill and I divide the and he had a whole formula. But I just stick with the idea of that. Why should anything end in a regular amount? So I started at
$1.37. Well, it's already up to $20.
Very good.
So that's pretty good. Yeah, 7 bids. So that means this is not, there's an active and interested
We haven't
audience.
heard the last of it yet. I think that ends Wednesday.
So hurry up, get in there, kids. And look at that. There's a close-up of Dick's chair. That's really, I don't know why I'm getting that right now, but I'm glad I did. Yeah. Oh, mouse here to zoom in. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, zoom up to the stash. You're zooming the wrong way.
I don't know. There's something wrong with the zooming technology.
That's
very weird. Oh, wait. Whoa.
Oh, I have to go up to the roof and adjust that antenna.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Do you know? I'll tell you a quick Al Jaffe story. In Mad there are stupid answers to snappy questions.
Yes.
Where you come in and you're soaking wet, and the person inside says, "Is it raining?"
Yeah.
And you go, "No, there was a bucket of water over the door, and I opened the door and it fell on me."
Right.
So anyway, Jaffe was saying that he came up with the idea one day when it was just back when you had TV sets with the antenna on the roof, and if it was windy and the antenna was loose, it would be exactly what we just saw, lines back and forth.
Right.
Yeah. So Jaffe was up on the roof trying to tighten the antenna, and his son came home from school and said, "Are you fixing the antenna?" And Al said, "No, I just killed your mother, and I'm stuffing her down the chimney."
That's good. That's a snappy answer.
Yes. And then later on he said, I thought that was kind of funny. I wonder if there's something I can do with that. And he ended up writing book after book that sold millions of copies.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
really
cool.
neat,
And he's the same guy who came up with the fold-in. So there you go.
That just shows you the brilliant guy, Al Jaffe.
Brilliant guy.
Yeah.
Not unlike yourself.
Not unlike me.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the GizWiz letters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a letter to the editor.
And I sent the letter on to you. Myra, can you get the mustache that's on that cabinet right over there?
Yes. He wants his Sunday best mustache.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. Because the guy wrote me and said, Dick, you have it. Right there on the cabinet, the big mustache. I already have a big mustache.
I can't believe you have a big mustache on your cabinet.
Yeah. I can't find That's okay. It's sitting on the front of the cabinet. Anyway, he said, Dick, you already have the big car mustache.
The car lashes. We talked about those.
The car lash.
Yeah,
he said, I have something for Leo. So since it's something, there you go.
Yeah.
He
Eyelashes.
said, see if you can talk Leo into buying eyelashes for the car. And my guess is you're uninterested.
Well,
but
didn't we do these? This was what you've already done this on the show.
I didn't do the eyelashes. I did the mustache.
Oh.
I just have the I don't look good in eyelashes that big.
I wouldn't mind little eyelashes on my Mustang. That's cute. Eyelashes for your car.
Okay. And the second thing was an audio thing, and you'll like it only in as much as you have to see the machine that the guy is using. A guy found a video of a man who worked on the Match Game theme.
Oh, right. All right. So we're gonna watch and listen.
Yeah, and Leo, it's about 2 minutes in when the theme starts because he shows how they used to splice the Match Game theme in order to make thinking music.
You mean they would just loop it over and over again?
Exactly. They would just
This
loop it.
This is how I used to work, by the way. This is it looks like an Ampex 351, or maybe it's a. I'm not sure. Actually, that doesn't look like an. Maybe that's a.
You know, I thought it was an Ampex.
I'm looking to see. I can't. He's hiding the tails out. That's right. You'd always do it tails out so that you didn't get print through of the audio. We used to do all of this stuff. Wow.
So tails out meant what? That it was
reversed.
rewound?
It's backwards. Yeah. So he'll have to put it on the right side and rewind it to play it.
Before he can even play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is exactly how we used to work. Wow. I can't believe he's actually... Is this guy the engineer who used to do it?
You know what? I don't know, because the guy who sent it just found the video online.
Yeah.
But he, as you see, it said the splices broke numerous times.
Sure. Because this tape itself is fairly old.
And this goes back to 1973, and Goodson started their own music company called Score.
You see the little white pieces of paper going by? That's a marker. So when you see that, you know that then you stop it and you cue it up to that marker. We used to do all this stuff. It's an Otari, isn't it? That is an Otari recorder, yeah. Whoa! I've had that happen. I've had that. So that's the splice breaking right there. So then you put this thing. I can't believe this bit of radio history. You see, it's there's an editing block, and it has angled slots for your razor blade. So you cut it at a precise angle, and then use the tape to attach it together again.
You know what?
Okay, that's a nice feeling. Jeez Louise. So now he's done the rewind. There it is. Yeah, it's an Otari. He's cleaning the heads. Okay, now this is something else you had to do. You take alcohol and a Q-tip and you clean the heads because oxide would wear off, and these heads would get all oxidey. Holy cow!
And where did you use a machine
on
like
radio
this?
until probably there it is until about. Probably 1988, 89, I was still using these old recorders. So you're right, it's just looped over and over again. You can see the splices go by.
And in the close-up, you can just see the little piece of white tape.
Yeah, that's the splice right there. So it's right there on the...
Yeah, they just keep
You always
looping.
cut it on a percussive high attack point. Wow, that is a memory from the good old days. And there's a guy in the sound booth playing this.
And then Johnny would be down on stage.
Right.
It's Match Game 73 with Gene Rayburn. Today's guest, Jenny White.
Wow.
I thought that was...
Isn't that great? That is great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it once again for the Daily GizWiz, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. From all of us here in Studio City, California, we wish you a happy New Year.
I'll be blank.
Wow, that's great. No, it doesn't look like he's doing that at 15 ips. That's what's interesting. This looks like 7.5. This looks kind of slow. Is that 15 ips? Maybe it is. Is it? Paul, you know what you're talking about here. You obviously were an audio engineer. Yeah.